In the summer of 2014, a young man's seemingly routine vacation took a dark and mysterious turn, leading to one of the most baffling missing person cases of the last decade. Lars Mittank, a 28-year-old German tourist, traveled with friends to Bulgaria's popular Golden Sands resort for a week of sun, relaxation, and fun. But what began as an ordinary holiday quickly spiraled into something far more sinister. On July 8th, Lars arrived at Varna Airport in Bulgaria with the intent of flying back to Germany. However, within minutes, something changed. Lars ran out of the airport without his belongings, disappearing into the nearby forest, never to be seen again. Security cameras captured his desperate escape, but since then, there has been no trace of Lars Mittank. What could have driven him to run in such a panic? Was it paranoia, a psychotic breakdown, or something even more disturbing? In today's video, we'll dive deep into the strange disappearance of Lars Mittank, uncovering the details of his final days, exploring the theories behind his vanishing, and looking at what little evidence exists. This is the story of the man who ran out of the airport and disappeared forever. Lars Mittank was not a man prone to reckless behavior. In fact, by all accounts, he was a regular guy, described by friends and family as friendly, reliable, and level-headed. Born in Wilhelmshaven, Germany, Lars worked at a local power plant, enjoyed football, and had a close-knit group of friends. When the opportunity arose for a summer vacation at Bulgaria's Golden Sands resort in June 2014, Lars jumped at the chance to join his friends. Golden Sands, located near the coastal city of Varna, was known for its beautiful beaches, lively nightlife, and as a hotspot for European tourists. For Lars and his friends, it was meant to be a week of relaxation and fun. But as the holiday came to an end, things took a sudden and frightening turn. On the penultimate day of their trip, Lars and his friends went to a local bar where they had a brief altercation with a group of German football fans. Accounts vary, but it's believed that tensions ran high, leading to an argument over football teams. Later that night, Lars separated from his friends and disappeared for the evening. When he returned the next morning, he had a disturbing story to tell. He claimed he had been attacked and beaten up by a group of men, possibly hired by those involved in the bar fight. Lars was visibly injured, suffering from a ruptured eardrum and a jaw injury. Despite the seriousness of his injuries, he initially refused to seek medical treatment. However, when the pain became too intense, he finally visited a local doctor who prescribed him antibiotics and advised him not to fly due to the pressure that air travel could place on his damaged eardrum. This was the moment when Lars' situation began to unravel. With his friends returning to Germany on their scheduled flight, Lars was forced to stay behind in Varna to recover. He checked into a hotel near the airport, waiting for his injuries to heal so that he could safely fly back home. But during his time alone, Lars' behavior began to change dramatically. His once calm demeanor became erratic and paranoid. Lars called his mother, Sandra Mittank, several times during his stay at the hotel. In these calls, he expressed increasing anxiety and fear, telling her that he believed he was being followed by strange men who wanted to kill him. He urged her to cancel his credit cards and said that he no longer felt safe in Bulgaria. At one point, he even claimed that people were trying to drug him. CCTV footage from the hotel showed Lars acting suspiciously in the hallways. In one clip, he is seen pacing up and down the corridors, peering out of windows as if expecting to see someone outside. He later fled the hotel in the middle of the night, only to return hours later. His behavior was becoming increasingly bizarre, and those who saw him couldn't help but notice the fear in his eyes. Lars' mother grew increasingly worried. Though it was clear that something was deeply wrong, there was little she could do from Germany. She advised him to go to the airport and return home as soon as possible. But the final leg of Lars' journey would prove to be the most mysterious and tragic part of his story. On July 8, 2014, Lars arrived at Varna Airport in the early morning, ready to board his flight back to Germany. Before he could check in, Lars visited the airport's medical office for a final examination to ensure he was fit to fly. The doctor on duty, Kosta Kostov, later reported that Lars appeared agitated and anxious during the checkup. As the examination proceeded, a construction worker entered the office. This is when Lars' paranoia reached a breaking point. According to Dr. Kostov, the sight of the construction worker triggered a panicked reaction in Lars. He reportedly shouted, "I don't want to die here. I have to get out of here." In a fit of fear, Lars bolted from the office, leaving behind his luggage, passport, and other belongings. Security cameras at the airport captured his frantic escape. Lars ran through the terminal, dashed out of the exit, and sprinted across the airport grounds before disappearing into the nearby forest. This was the last confirmed sighting of Lars Mittank. He vanished without a trace. What followed was a massive search effort. Bulgarian police scoured the area surrounding the airport, combing through forests and nearby fields, but no trace of Lars was ever found. His family, desperate for answers, launched a public campaign to find him, distributing missing person posters across Europe and appealing to anyone who might have seen him. Despite their efforts, Lars Mittank remains missing to this day. The bizarre circumstances surrounding Lars' disappearance have sparked a wide range of theories, both from investigators and amateur sleuths online. One of the most common theories is that Lars suffered a psychotic episode, likely triggered by his injuries from the attack or a pre-existing mental health condition. His sudden paranoia, erratic behavior, and claims that people were following him are consistent with symptoms of psychosis. Some have speculated that the antibiotics Lars was prescribed could have contributed to his mental breakdown. However, Dr. Kostov later revealed that Lars never filled the prescription for the antibiotics, ruling out any direct connection to the medication. Others believe that Lars' injuries, particularly the head trauma and ruptured eardrum, may have triggered a psychological condition, such as schizophrenia, that had previously gone undiagnosed. This could explain the rapid deterioration in his mental state and his growing sense of fear and paranoia in the days leading up to his disappearance. More outlandish theories have emerged as well. Some internet sleuths have suggested that Lars was involved in criminal activity, such as drug smuggling, and that he was fleeing from dangerous individuals. However, there is no concrete evidence to support these claims. The German truckers report that he had given Lars a ride from Dresden to Brandenburg added to the mystery, but the lead ultimately went cold. Without more evidence, it's impossible to say for certain what happened to Lars Mittank. His case remains unsolved, and until he is found or his remains are discovered, the truth will remain a mystery. The disappearance of Lars Mittank continues to haunt those who have followed the case. How could a young man, seemingly in good health and in control of his life, vanish so suddenly and completely? His mother, Sandra Mittank, has never given up hope of finding her son, but as the years pass, the chances of discovering what truly happened to Lars grow slimmer. This case serves as a stark reminder of how quickly a situation can escalate when mental health issues go unchecked. Was Lars a victim of his own mind, lost in a psychotic episode that led him to flee into the wilderness? Or was there something more sinister at play, forces beyond his control that forced him to run for his life? Without finding Lars or his remains, we may never know the truth. But one thing is certain. The story of Lars Mittank will continue to intrigue and disturb, leaving us with more questions than answers. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as compelling and mysterious as we did, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth coverage of unsolved cases and missing person mysteries. Stay safe and take care.